Anyways, just wanted to let you know that yesterday I had a dilemma, and actually the day before I had a radiator leak. Not again. Not another problem with this truck. But anyhow, I did a radiator replacement. First, I noticed a crack right about here on the surface of the old radiator. And so I was able to prep it and prepped it really good and put some JB plastic weld that was high temp on that and let it cure overnight. And then the next morning I came out, fired it up, and then I noticed that it was leaking from about right in this area. And on the old radiator, it was leaking from here to about here. That's a lot of fluid that I was losing. And coolant is about $20 to $22 a gallon. So I had to limp it along, and I drove to town after canceling an order from an OEM Ford dealership because I couldn't wait for that part to come here, and I was only going to save $27.40 anyways after shipping. So always go OEM if you can, because it will fit. It's a sure fit. But and use your VIN number when you order a part, because there are certain serial numbers that where they made a change and you don't know what it is that they changed, but they made a change and there's something different, and it might not work for your vehicle if you don't fall in that serial number range. And then always, when it comes to this, your reservoir tank, always make sure that it's full at when it's cold, but don't overfill it, because if you overfill it when everything gets hot and it expands, then it's gonna go through the valve and it's gonna come right back here, and then it's gonna go out that overflow hose. So anyways, I got me a new radiator, and you can tell that it's brand new. These plastic tanked radiators, they suck for longevity. It's part of what they call obsolescence engineering. And anyhow, one thing, this is an aftermarket radiator, and because it's an aftermarket radiator, these side straps were not built the same. These side straps actually needed to be 45 degrees this way, because I need to put my seal on that, and it doesn't work when it's facing towards the camera, but it needed to face here towards the shroud. And you could tell, you see this big gap in the shroud. Normally that would have been filled with the seals that originally came with the truck, but you can't put the seals on when these straps are like this. So it's always better to go OEM. And anyways, to pop this radiator out, it wasn't a big deal because of the way these mounts are. So I had to pop these out, and then when I took the mount off, then I set the mount right here, and then I screwed the screws back in there. That way I wouldn't lose them. Same with this side. This comes right off, and you set it there, put your stuff there. And then you've got some screws down in there. The last guy that worked on my truck, he lost one of the screws, or maybe it was already gone. But there's a screw missing there. But there's two screws on this side, so you're gonna have to take those out. And if you take out your cap screws or any of your hardware, I suggest that you have a magnetic bowl that you can put your stuff in, so it stays in there. Because a lot of times, people set stuff right in here as they're working on their vehicle, and then it ends up like somehow falling down behind stuff. And sometimes it's really, really difficult to either find that part on the ground, because sometimes it doesn't make it to the ground, and then you are stuck with a missing bolt, cap screw, whatever. So anyhow, when you take these off right here, then you take the screws out. You can pull this half piece of the shroud. You can pull that up and out, and then obviously you want to take off your hoses and stuff, and have a definitely, like, you're going to need to pull this and put it up over here and try to get it to stay over there, because a lot of coolant will leak out of here, and you just want to like keep all the coolant that you can in your vehicle, because you don't want it to run down your engine into a drip pan and then try to collect it and reuse it, because it'll be dirty by then. So yeah, you'll want a drip pan underneath here to catch your coolant and your trans lines oil. So